with the ball here today, so light and red. Bam. Okay. So, spawning in the upper right corner of the map on Cloud Kingdom, we have the, I guess, teal, light blue. People argue with these colors all the time. Doesn't matter. The player, not his body, representing Team Henry.
I'm gonna be an asshole and say it's Cyan. I'm that guy. Spawning across from him in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, it is a red Protoss player, 4x,
The only
representing Team
cyan,
Frenetic Array.
the only cyan I know is from Final Fantasy VI. Okay.
Yeah, man.
But to explain real quick, guys, this is a best of 9 series for the 6-Bowl Gaming ZTV Pro League. This is the first match of the day. So players, of course, let's say Henry loses the first round, they will then have player choice and pick for the next map, and there'll be a rotation until basically first team to 5 wins.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see the advancement of the series. I'm kind of both of these teams are unknown to me. I know the players on both of them, but I haven't really seen them play, except for those on Team Henry.
And we got the probe doing, typical annoying scouting. Not a big deal. He's putting down the forge first at his own natural, so we'll see a Nexus follow up to this. Pretty safe, pretty standard, and I gotta say, Panda, I don't know about you, I haven't seen a game PvZ where this doesn't open pretty much at all in the last 3 months. But right now we do have the probe blocking the natural. Drone trying to come down, make that hatchery. Not quite gonna work. As he does get that block off. Doing a little bit of dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Probe is gonna get really low and decides to plop down that pylon. However, our Zerg player did go pool first, so Zergling should be out anytime.
All is good. And meanwhile, we do have the Nexus going down here. Following that forge, just wants to be safe. I see a lot of Nexus first on COD, though.
Yeah, Drone just tirelessly working away at this. You know, 4 Zergling's about to pop, but the probe is back, and I mean, he could really just continue this harass. Drone, nope, but he's going to fall out to the third. Doesn't want that hatchery going down. He knows that that pylon is gone. Will he get there in time?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, so close.
You feel so freaking good as a Zerg player doing that, though.
Oh, no doubt.
Like, I fist bump whenever that happens.
Just the air.
I'm playing Zerg. Yeah.
Actually, I forget. I think it was Lucy K who's like, fist pumping's what people do when they don't have someone else to high five nearby.
Alright, so as of now, we don't have any additional gas, so most likely we will see a third hatchery. Follow this up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the most standard result you can have to seeing your opponent also go for that Nexus. If for some reason 4B didn't have a Forge, didn't have this Nexus out in the front, then maybe you'd be a little wary about taking that early third, but right now, I mean, so much money has been dumped into this, there's no real concern.
Yeah. Being active with Zerglings, trying to kill any probe that is lingering around, potentially putting in a proxy pylon. Cybercore is getting thrown down right now. Still the majority of the Chrono Booster going down on the next side. And I don't know, it'll be a bit until we see what tech path the Protoss player wants to opt for.
Yeah,
Stargate play is actually pretty common. Because of the chokes, Immortal Sentry is also ridiculously good. So.
Yeah, I really like seeing Phoenixes utilized. I mean, I go over this all the time and I harp on it nonstop, but I really just love the amount of crowd control they add to big fights. Sure, you've got that early game harass, but I mean, that only lasts for so long. When you're gauging a wall of 40 roaches, sure, you cut half them off with the sentries, you take out another 5, all of a sudden that roach army is very tiny.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And looking at the worker tab right now, 31 probes to the 30 drones. But with this third base up for not his body, that should change soon.
Yeah. Still not getting gas. We should see it in the next 30 seconds, a minute. Followed up by a Roach Warren and an Evo. If he's going to play standard. If not, I don't know. The sky is the limit here.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, a Twilight Council actually being dropped. Interesting. He has yet to take his additional geysers. So my bet is going to be Blink Stalkers, but not really 100%.
They can be definitely used effectively, as we saw recently against certain Zerg players that may or may not have lagged out.
Man, Oz actually tearing through MLG recently, in a return to form. I'm really happy because Oz is a really, really cool guy. And it's always fun to see him do well. But Oz really popularizing that 7 gate Blink Stalker all in, especially on maps like this.
Yeah, that Zealot Stalker push will be kind of denied for now, but we do have a pylon placed up here, and we may just see 4B. I want to call him 4-body because I read not his body, but we may see 4B trying to push a little bit here. There's a lot of Zerglings, but they don't quite have speed. It's only just been started, and actually a Dark Shrine following this up. We've
Yeah.
got a layer on the way, but no other real form of detection. If he can hit a nice
Oh.
timing with this, he'll completely annihilate that third.
Huh. I don't know why I moved forward with the Stalker and the Zealot before he had a Warpin ready. It's kind of weird. It seems like he wanted to hit a little bit of 4-gate pressure and then use that to take a third base and use DTs for map control for a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately losing that probe, he's going to lose both these pylons. Trying to warp in some Zealots.
Not those Zealots to get there fast enough. Yeah, with 5 Zealots, he should be able to clean up these Lings. This is now getting a really risky endeavor here for the Zerglings, so they opt to disengage. Blink is being researched right now. How's the Chrono Boost allocation? Wow, whoa. That's a lot of Chrono Boost.
Yeah, that could just be some miscontrol. You never really want to be sitting at 100. You always want to have a little bit... there we go, finally popping some out.
Yeah. And we do have a robotics facility with us too. I want to say that this is going to be a warp prism, but it might be for Immortals as well. Dark Shrine with like DTs and then Immortal, like that 100 gas for Immortals too. It's a lot of gas.
Zealots moving into the mineral line here at the third, but there's roaches to greet them. Of course, Zealots do shred workers and Zerglings, but not so much roaches. He's going to take out a couple of them, but he's being pushed back. This Queen is also adding to the tankage, I guess, soaking a lot of damage for these roaches. But quite a few workers have been killed here. 6 workers down. Currently...
That was a really big investment, though. Oh, and there's a Spore Crawler here at the base, too. These roaches moving out to clean up that lone pylon.
Did he see the Dark Templar stealth, though, is the question.
I would imagine. I mean, he has Spore Crawlers at every base. He's playing his safe, covering all his bases. And these roaches should be able to, while not deny entry, clean up these DTs. Yeah, he sees them. Moving in to pick them off. 1 DT, they are split, and 1 DT does run into the main base. However, roaches do take care of the 2 in the natural. No Spore Crawler quite yet at the main. An Overseer is morphing, though, so he'll only lose a couple of drones to this.
This is still, again, a very heavy investment for how little drones are being picked off through this harass. I mean, 20 workers killed is great, but they're still even.
Yeah, he's just adding additional gateways now, too. It's quite late for an Immortal push.
Oh, and look at the third of 4B right now, that annoying Zerg creep.
Yeah. It's going to be a unfortunate scout once he does actually get out to see it.
Just catching this right now, not only is there a huge supply difference, but 4B blocked there for quite a while, only just now being able to warp in units. With these Immortals plus some Blink Stalkers, though, those roaches are a lot less scary than they were a few seconds ago.
Yeah. How much larva is sitting out there right now? The good thing for not his body is he has a macro hatchery out already. So he is sitting pretty... Let's see, how much larva? He has 8 larvae right now, 10 more roaches in production, a couple more spines. He should hold this, barring extreme miscontrol.
Yeah, I mean, well, that is a lot of roaches for a lack of sentries in this army.
Yeah,
and I feel
it's a lot of... Sorry.
Well, without the force fields, I just don't see any way for 4B to really push up and do any effective damage. You can't cut the reinforcements, you can't cut the units that are there. He's got 2 newly warped in sentries, it's just not going to be enough.
And that was all the Dark Templar. I mean, the Dark Templar, if they did damage, great. You can go without sentries and be, like, dandy. But, I think he managed to kill, what, 3 drones with those 4 Dark Templar? It's a lot of gas. And that's delaying your sentry count and really limiting your sentry count. And look at how many roaches are on the field right now. 3 Immortals, though. It's actually...
+1 versus +2, I mean, that's not quite going to finish up just yet, but pushing right up into the Immortals. Yeah. And if he loses these Immortals right off the bat, his Stalker army is going to crumble soon after.
And that's what the sentries are for, keeping those alive.
Yeah, unfortunately...
It doesn't matter if you have Blink at this point.
Yeah, he is trying to blink away, but it's not really enough. These roaches are very fast. Warp-ins to reinforce this, but again, this is still so many roaches currently on the field. Look at the unit count, 37 roaches to 17 Stalkers. And I don't know, Panda. This is 110 army supply to almost 40 for 4B.
I don't know.
Trying to escape into the base, but again, no sentries here to wall this off. The roaches will just push this in. Forget the
Roaches
cannon.
don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care at all. There is an immortal on the way right now. Definitely no chrono boost being able to shorten that build time.
Yeah, the
You should just take the gateway out. There we go.
Yeah, with the gateway down, now there's just nothing to
comes the
keep the
lingering
Zerg Swarm
reinforcements.
out. Probes being pulled, but oh, they're actually getting blocked by the Stalkers, hilariously enough, so can't even effectively pull probes at this point. And I think Forby might just be down and out in game 1.
Yeah. Looks like Team Henry's off to a 1-0 lead in the series.
No, actually, not his body pulling back for now. Oh,
There's
but
a